What up, everybody? It's therapy time, story time, therapy story time. All right, so everybody know I'm from fucking. Well, I grew up. Well, we moved to. I grew up in Mar Vista, on Culver, Inglewood, and shit. Till about the 8th grade, middle of the 8th grade. Then we moved to Van Nuys. We moved to the San Fernando Valley and shit. So since then, I rep the Valley, the San Fernando Valley, the 818. We moved to Van Nuys and shit right there on Oxnard in between Woodman and Hazeltine. On Oxnard and shit. So I grew up in Van Nuys and there, Sherman Oaks and all that shit growing up. Went to VNSO Park, baseball, flag football, all that shit. Anyway, this story right here is why, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't go to I didn't go hang out in Pacoima and Sylmar. I didn't hang out in Panorama City. Like, you know what I did, because my wife back then lived out there in Panorama City on Red. But for the most part, none of the homies out there, none of my homies out there in Pacoima, Sylmar, it's all blood area. The whole fucking city. The Valley's kind of weird. The Valley's not like Los Angeles, the city, where you got like a gang on this street, a gang on that street, a gang on this street. It's more like the whole fucking city is this gang. It's weird. It's like, you got Barrio Van Nuys, then you got Clicks in there, you got Reseda, shit like that. San Fe, San Fernando. Like, those are whole fucking cities with a whole gang. Like, nigga, this has been established here for a while. They running the whole city. So anyways, if you live in like Van Nuys in that area, ain't no point in you going out to Pacoima and Sylmar. So anyways, sorry it's taking me so long to get to this fucking story. So anyways, I didn't go north of Nordhoff. That was like a cutoff street. Nordhoff was a cutoff street. And really fake Roscoe was, but. All right, so anyway, I'm like 15 one night. And one of the older homie and shit, he went to go get his brakes done. He was like, Nick, come, he got his whip, got him a little bucket and shit. And I'm only 15, so like none of the homies I was fucking with had no car. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come. He need to go get his brakes done out in like Santa Monica and shit with his brother-in-law or something. So I said, fuck it, I roll out there with you. So we go out there, we out there for a couple hours and shit. Then he like, man, we going out tonight, da-da-da-da-da-da. So he dropped me back off. He like, I'll call you, I'm gonna come pick you up later. Now, mind you, this motherfucker used to go to Grant with my older brother and shit. That's how I know him. He got kicked out, started going to Poly and shit. So he ended up knowing all the 2Ps and the B and shit, all the McCormick Pyru Bloods and shit. He fucked with them. I didn't really fuck with them like that. Because the niggas I fuck with, that's their enemies and shit. So I'm like, nigga, I ain't, I can't just go hang out with niggas and shit. But I said, fuck it. He like, nah, you straight, niggas ain't on that shit. We fucking with the football team. So I'm like, all right. And everybody knows shit in Cali. Just because you play sports don't mean you ain't gonna have some gangbanging ass niggas on your team, especially football. So, of course, there's a couple of niggas he know on the football team that still, they fuck with the gang members and shit, but they really not pushing the line like that. So, anyways, he come to pick me up. I go out there with his peoples and shit, we kicking, we pre-gaming and shit. Is that the light? Excuse me, I keep seeing some shit right here. I think it's a light though, but anyway. So we pre-gaming and shit. I kind of got my fucking eyebrows up and nigga the whole time I'm on point. But I'm like, yo, this the homie and shit. So anyway, everybody finally get there and shit, and we about 2 carloads deep. Not even that. I think we're like 5, 6 deep maybe. Me and the homie in one car and like 4 niggas, three. We about 5, so like 3 niggas in the other car. So anyways, we go out, we shoot out, going house partying. And house party really ain't my get down, because back in the 90s, yo, that shit was gonna get shot up or the police gonna break it up. So, but I don't As much as I say I ain't fuck with him, I fucked with him. So anyway, we go to Pacoima. That was like, nigga, house party in Pacoima? Ain't nobody got a burner or nothing? So I'm like, damn, fuck it though. I wasn't ready for this shit. I'm 15. You know, fucking, I've been in the streets for a couple years now, but it's still, I wasn't prepared for this night. So anyways, we pull up to the first party, and it's still kind of early and shit. And when we get there, off top, the vibe was not right. It's like three older cholos, and I know essays, but cholos, niggas with their pants up, suspenders on, with a wife beater on and shit. The little, what is that, an Ace Deuce hat, whatever the fuck that little hat is, little gangster hat. Fucking slacks creased up with like some dress shoes on. Motherfuckers in the party, only ones dancing, and they had one little young bitch. Excuse me, they had one little young female dancing with her. Like two motherfuckers passing her back and forth and shit, just drunk as fuck. And they dancing with like Coronas in their fingers. Each one had like 2 Coronas in each hand. They dancing, doing their shit. So I look at the homie like, yo, what kind of party you got me at right now? It's only one bitch here and like 3 other cholos. The DJ over there. But it's like, yo, we like damn near the first ones to pull up. So I'm like, yeah, how long we gonna be here? He like, just chill. So fucking, we there not even like 15, 20 minutes. Next thing I know, I start seeing bald head, bald head, bald head, bald head, bald head, bald head. I'm like, yo, my nigga, like you see what's going on? And next thing I know, the whole fucking backyard is filled up with white t-shirts and bald heads and shit. I'm like, I tell the homie, hey, it's time to go. They not really peeping. Like, they used to that shit. I'm like, hell no, nigga, I don't fuck with SA like that. So I'm like, yo, we out of here. When I tell the homie again, he like, yeah, it's time to go. So we leaving. We jump in the car. It's me and the homie. We parked like literally across the street in a residential area and shit, because it's a house party in Pacoima. So it's like some nice homes and shit, you know, sidewalk, great lawn and all that shit. So trees are fucking like those big old trees and shit. Not no palm trees, but like big fucking oak trees or some shit. Or like in the middle between the sidewalk and the street, like on that piece of grass right there. So anyway, we parked right next to one of those. His homies and shit in front of us in the other car. Fucking, he start the car up, and right when he do that, he sees somebody he know, like, what up? A black dude. Fucking, but he talked like an essay though. He was like a tag banger and shit. So fucking, I'm in the passenger seat, and dude walk up to the passenger seat and shit. He started talking to the homie that's in the driver's seat. And I'm kind of just sitting there and shit, just listening, and like not even 30 seconds and shit. All I hear is pat, pat. Dude that was talking right here on the side of me take off running. Choom. Fucking when I hear that, I look across the street. I look like this. I see a little young essay across the street trying to give it to us. Well, I think he was trying to hit dude. But I don't know. He was like, pat, pat, pat. Dude must have been like fucking 13, 14 years old. So as soon as I see that, I see the homie go like this, and I grab the homie, then I said, get in. I'm like, go, 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 go. And I look. When I look, I see fucking the bullets going into the tree and the bark coming off the tree, like right through us on some Pulp Fiction shit. Pew, pew. Bark is coming off the tree. Pew, pew. But I'm looking, but I'm ducked when I'm telling the homie go. When I'm looking, I'm seeing this all at the same fucking time. Like, yo. And when he takes off, he hit the gas. Boom! Boom! We run into the homies in front of us. So we hit them, bam. So they take off. Ooh. Meanwhile, the whole time, old boy that was next to us, he running down the street, trying to get on. The little young nigga, he don't really know what he's doing, so he just like a little deuce or deuce five or something, but it was like a little popper he had on him. A little get back, like nigga, back up off me, nigga. It wasn't no, but anyway. So fucking, they take off again. We take off again. Hit the gas. Dude still running down the street. All I see in the homies in front of us, the back door open up. And dude like, all you saw was Timbs. He had on some Timbs and shit. All you see was fucking boots, jeans and boots flying into the back of the car. Close the door, take off. I'm like, yo, what the fuck you got me at, homie? Like, I knew not to come. So I'm telling like, I knew not to come. I knew not to come. Kids, when you get that motherfucking instinct in the back of your head and something telling you, yo, don't do that shit. Don't fucking do that shit. You gotta listen to that voice in your fucking head. 100% of the time. Like if it's on some positive shit that's pro-life, you gotta listen to that voice in the back of your head when it's telling you like not to do that shit, not to hang out with this person, not to do shit like that. You gotta really fucking listen to. So anyways, we peel out, boom, get away. Nobody get hit, like fuck it. You would think a nigga in his right mind would go home, right? Nah, not us. Nigga, we went to go regroup. I wasn't even thinking about no get back because ain't nobody had no pistol at the time. I would have to go home or go to the homie house and shit and go all the way back where I don't even know what so I'm like, yo, fuck it. But we ended up, we parked in, we went to somewhere and kind of meet up, try to find another house party and collect a couple more people. A couple more niggas want to meet up and go party and shit. Back then, it wasn't no cell phone and shit. It was pagers and fucking phone booth and shit. So nigga had to sit by a phone booth page and be like, hold on, home, boom, boom. Hey, we over here, meet us over here. Then you had to literally sit there and wait till the homie pulled up. So anyways, fucking, we end up going to another party. And it's literally like, nah, he's like, man, it's close to here, da, 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 da. But we're really not too far from where we just got fucking shot at. So we pull up to this party. This party ain't no fucking different. Except it ain't no old cholos and shit. It is like a little couple of SA, little party crew. That's the shit, a little party crew. Because back then, you would have actual gangs. And then you would have like taggers. Then you would have tag bangers. Then you would have like party crew motherfuckers that just like literally threw parties. But then they would start carrying pistols and shit like that too. Like the taggers. Taggers eventually started carrying pistols too. That's how you get tag bangers and shit. But anyway. So we had this next party. Boom, we're not even there 10 minutes. That shit, bald head, white tee, bald head, white tee, bald head. I don't even have to tell the homie this time. I just look at him. He like, let's ride. So we leave that one. And right when we walking through the front grass to leave, all I hear is motherfucker on the roof shout out his head. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop. And I look back at some motherfucker on the roof. I'm like, yo, I'm gone, nigga. I'm going to the car. Nigga, we break, dip to the car and shit, jump in, bone out. I'm like, yo, nigga, is these motherfuckers following us? So fucking, we post up again, another spot, try to find another party and shit. Boom, we get it. I'm mad too, cause homie had no trees. I had no trees and shit. I'm 15. I'm trying to tell one of these old niggas to go in there and buy me a beer or something. Go give me a 40. I got the bread. I had like $20 on me. They like, nah, we don't drink like that. Like, huh? I think just out here partying sober. That's why we get shot at, homie. Y'all all small. Y'all niggas just go down to the fucking arena and shit with this shit. We house partying, homie. We ain't smoking and drinking and pistol up. But anyway, so we go to a third house party. I tell the homie like, yo, before we go, my nigga, if this shit happens again, now me and you gonna have a problem. Like, nigga, that was strike two. That one was on me. Fucking, this third one is gonna be on you. First one, I'm chalking up to the streets. The second one's on me. This third one is on you. You keep putting me in a spot. Luckily, the third party we went to was a safe zone and shit. It was motherfuckers from his school. I was like, yo, why we just didn't come here from the first place? He's like, I know, man. We should. I'm like, anyway. So that's fucking, that's why I don't go, that's why I don't fucking go party or go hang out in Pacoima, Sylmar, San Fernando. That whole area over there is a different, it's a different level of the valley. Not saying that, you know, Van Nuys, North Hollywood, Canoga, and Reseda ain't got they tough spots. But Pacoima and Sylmar and shit back in the 90s in San Fernando, whew, that shit was a different fucking ball game. Panorama City too. God damn, Panorama City was a different fucking ball game all the way around. Used to pull up to my wife's house, what my mom did. That's how young we were. Nigga like 13. Dropping my wife off at her fucking, at her apartment. And we dropping her off, me, my mom, and my wife. But motherfucker, Paisa running up to the car trying to sell us dope and shit like that. Like, man, back the fuck up. Anyway. To end that night too, all right, this is, I'm gonna throw this cherry on top. It ain't got nothing to do with the north end of the valley, which is really, we consider the east side still. But it's like the north end. But the motherfuckers actually, they play at Valley too, and they actually cool. But I used to play against them and shit, Pop Warner in high school and all that. I got some of the homies that done played at fucking Sylmar, San Fernando and shit, and niggas is cool as fuck, but I just don't party out there. It's dangerous. But anyways, to end that night, trip on this. That's the end of why I don't party in Pacoima. But to end that night, this was the cherry on top for that night. It's like 1, 2, it's like 2, 3 in the morning. Between like 1 and 3. I don't remember exactly what time. It was like between 1 and 3, like after club hours and shit. So we like, fuck it, let's go to Denny's, get something to eat. Denny's open 24 hours. That's the only spot. That's when niggas go after the club and shit like that. Mind you, I'm only like 15 years old. But I'm out with a bunch of older niggas, 17, 18, seniors in high school and shit like that, freshmen in college. Like, niggas is fucking, I'm just the youngest, I was the youngest. Anyways, so we get to Denny's, ordering, eating and shit. Fucking right when, and then next to what we order, we eating and shit, and we finishing up eating. It's like 5, 6, big ass, like, it looked like some old linemen or D linemen just come in from college. Big ass motherfuckers. All Hispanic. I don't know if they was Salvadorian, Mexican, whatever, but man, they was all like fucking 5'10" and between 5'10" and like 6'2". Then they had one little nigga and shit with his fucking hat turned to the side, looked like a straight East Coast nigga. Like a straight East Coast nigga and shit, for real. But he looked like he was either out of town, it was one of their peoples or something. Cause he was like, nah, nigga, you ain't from here, homie. But anyway, he was just with his homeboys was monstrous. So fucking, we leaving this shit, right? And the little nigga, I don't know if he went to the bathroom or whatever. But he come back from the bathroom and he clipped, what we paying, he clipped one of the niggas I'm with. One of the homies, other little homie, but he like 17 or something like that. Like he's still a senior in high school, but they little homie. But I'm still with him that night. So if they going, I'm going. No matter what, that's how I get down. I don't give a fuck. If I'm hanging with you, nigga, we leaving together or we dying together, nigga. Tonight. That's just how I roll. But I'm not leaving you. That's one thing I'm not gonna do is leave a motherfucker at all. Like, nigga, we gonna take this L together or we getting out of here. Bottom line. But anyways, so he bumped the nigga. That's my nigga Freckles, my nigga Steve and shit. Red ass Steve. He like, yo, my nigga, you ain't gonna say excuse me to the little homie? And I look and I'm like, oh shit. I said, this is the perfect ending to the night. This is the perfect ending to the night. All I see is these fucking, it's like 4 or 5 of them just get up. These big ass motherfuckers get up. Cause it's the little nigga who bumped him. So his homies and shit, he big ass old lineman ass niggas get up and just come over. Like they fresh from the club, drunk, trying to. So they come over like, fool, like what's cracking? I'm like, oh man, we gonna get dusted right now. I look at the homie like, nigga. I grabbed on some Young Buck shit. I grabbed a butter knife and shit and a fork. Whatever I could on the table, like, yo, I can't beat these niggas. So I fucking just went to the table and the homie did the same thing. He grabbed, I think he had like two forks. Like, nigga, we finna fucking Young Buck these niggas on some real shit. This was before Young Buck did his thing. Allegedly did his thing. But next thing I know, so we face to face with these big ass motherfuckers. And that's what he said. The little nigga when the homie was like, yo, you ain't gonna say excuse me to the little homie? That nigga turned around and was like, yo, fuck you, or some shit. Some shit like that. He was like, yo, fuck, little ass nigga was like, yo, fuck you. So then they see his boys jumped up. So anything, I armed myself. Cause I'm finna take this L. Someone coming down with me. So the homie look at the little homie and shit. He like, man, what's up, nigga? You can get down with this nigga? And then all I hear is fucking one of the big ass fucking maskers just say, the old lineman say, but let's take this shit outside. I'm like, oh man. Like, fuck it. I'm like, I look at the homie like, are we going or what? He look at the other nigga and the little nigga, he like, nah, man, I don't want. I'm like, this nigga. I'm ready to just fire off myself. Just start butter knifing these niggas. That's how dumb a nigga was at 15. Like, but I was just trained to go at that time. Like, no matter what, at that age, you're just going. You're not thinking about it really, you're just going. Like, if it's on, just give me the fucking word, and it's on right now. I don't give a fuck about the consequences later. It's on. Anyway, this story been too long. So anyway, we didn't end up getting down because dude was like, nah, he didn't want no shit. So fucking, we ended up just leaving this shit. They spared us that night, the big ass old lineman and shit. Anyways, all right, sorry it took so long on that one. Therapy time. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, whatever.